Hi students, in the previous session regarding the glandular system, we have seen the first gland, that is the pituitary gland, and its secretions regarding with the functions of the different hormones secreted by the pituitary gland. So after discussing the pituitary gland, let's move towards the next one, that is the thyroid gland. So as we already know that the thyroid gland is located in the neck portion, which is attached to the windpipe. So the thyroid hormone is going to secrete the one very important hormone, that is called the thyroxine. So the thyroxine hormone contains the iodine. So here the function of thyroxine hormone is it is going to control the rate of metabolism of the carbohydrates, fats and proteins in the body. So the main function of this thyroxine hormone is it is going to control the rate of metabolism of the carbohydrates, proteins and the fats in the body. So here the iodine is necessary for the making of the thyroxine hormone by the thyroid gland. So the iodine that is present in the salt that we are going to eat with the food, so which is going to give the best taste for the food, and that is also a good natural preservative also. So here the salt contains the iodine, so iodine is very necessary for the making of the thyroxine hormone by the thyroid gland. So therefore the deficiency of iodine in the diet, it is going to cause the deficiency of the thyroxine hormone by the thyroid gland. So by the deficiency of this thyroxine hormone, the disease is going to cause, that is the goiter. So the goiter disease is going to be caused by the deficiency of this thyroxine hormone. So for the maintenance of the good maintenance of the body, so we should have the balanced diet that must contain the iodine also. So by the lack of or by the deficiency of this thyroxine hormone, so the thyroid gland is going to become the going to become into the abnormal condition, so it is not going to produce the proper amount of the thyroxine. So that thyroxine is going to maintain, or it is going to maintain the rate of metabolism of the very important nutrients like the carbohydrates, fats and the proteins. So here how this what are the symptoms of this goiter disease? So here the main symptom of the goiter is the patient who is suffering from this goiter, his neck will be looks like swelled. So because of the enlargement of the thyroid gland in the neck, so the neck will looks swelled. So here the doctor is going to advise in this condition to eat the sufficient quantity of the iodized salt with the food. So the iodized salt, so that the what we are going to eat along with the food, that salt must contain the iodine. So we can see on the wrappers of the salt packet, that is the iodized salt. Okay, when it is going to purify that iodine content from the salt, it should not be removed. So that iodine should be there, that is called the iodized salt. So that kind of the iodized salt we have to eat along with the food, so that will give a chance to prepare the proper amount of the thyroxine to the thyroid gland. So here one thing we have to know, that So this goiter is not going to cause in the all the atmospheric conditions. The people those who are living in the coastal areas, they will not suffer with this disease even when they are not going to eat the proper amount of salt by their food, because when the evaporation of the sea water is going to take place, so that time somewhat quantity of the salt is going to mix up with the air. So at the time of breathing, that little quantity of salt, iodine contained salt, is going to enter the body, so it will helps in the production of thyroxine. So the people those who are living so far from the oceans or from the seas, they will actually suffer by this kind of the disease called goiter. So this is only particularly the people those who are living from the away from the oceans, they will only suffer by this disease. So those who are living away from the oceans, so they have to take the proper amount of the salt in the food, so that must be iodized salt. So this is about the thyroid gland that is going to secrete the very important hormone called the thyroxine. So the next one is the parathyroid glands. So these are the glands which are located in the, or which are embedded in the tissues of the thyroid gland. In the tissues of the thyroid gland, we can see these parathyroid glands. So there are 4 glands are there which are embedded in the tissues of the thyroid gland. So the these secretes one very important hormone. These glands secretes, these parathyroid glands secretes the one very important hormone called parathormone. So the parathormone hormone is going to be secreted by the parathyroid glands. So the main function of this hormone is, it is going to regulate the calcium and phosphate level in the blood. The calcium and phosphate level in the blood is going to be regulated by this parathyroid hormone. So that with the help of the parathormone hormone. So the main function of this parathormone hormone is, it regulates the calcium and phosphate level in the blood. Okay, so this is about the thyroid gland and the parathyroid gland, so which are present in the neck portion attached to the windpipe. So regarding about the pancreas and testes and ovaries, we will, and regarding the one more very important gland, that is the adrenal glands, we will see that one in the next session. So read carefully. So very soon the schools are going to reopen. Stay home, stay healthy. Thank you. Have a nice day.